US tariff not to have much impact on exports, says finance advisor. Bangladesh reaches $3 billion milestone in remittance. ACC to seek support of all international organizations, including Interpol, to bring Sheikh Hasina back. Tulip resigned for corruption charges. Offices opened after 9 days of Eid vacation. People still returning to capital. Passengers relaxed after suffering-free journey. Hello and welcome to the News24 English Bulletin. This is Tania Harun. Those were the headlines. Now the details. Finance advisor Dr. Salauddin Ahmed said the new US tariffs will not have much impact on exports. Measures are being taken to manage the impact. He said this at the Secretariat on the morning of the first working day after the Eid holiday. He said the country's economic situation is improving and reserves have increased. The current economic situation of Bangladesh is stable. Therefore, Bangladesh is optimistic about receiving the 4th and 5th installments of the International Monetary Fund IMF loan. However, the organization has urged to increase revenue as per the loan conditions. Financial advisor Dr. Salauddin Ahmed said this after a meeting with the IMF delegation visiting the Secretariat on Sunday. The finance advisor is going to the United States this month to discuss with senior IMF officials about the release of funds. He said the government is working on economic reforms as per the organization's advice. Bangladesh has received $2.31 billion in 3 installments out of the $4.7 billion loan agreement. A 10-member IMF delegation arrived in Dhaka on Saturday to discuss the 4th and 5th installments of the loan. Bangladesh has reached the milestone of $3 billion in remittances. As the remittance flow increased around Eid, a new record has been set in Bangladesh in a short period of time. This information was revealed by Bangladesh Bank sources in the morning. In the first 26 days of March, expatriate Bangladeshis sent home 294.5 crore US dollars, which is about 35,929 crore taka in Bangladeshi currency at 122 taka per dollar. This is the highest expatriate income record in a month in the country's history. Previously, Bangladesh received highest $2.64 billion remittance in last December. Sheikh Rehana's daughter Tulip Siddiq has been forced to resign from the British cabinet because she could not refute the corruption allegations. The ACC chairman made this comment. The ACC said that it wants to seek Interpol's cooperation to bring back the fugitive Sheikh Hasina and her family members to the country. He also confirmed that a case has been filed against former Foreign Minister Hassan Mahmoud. Today, the ACC filed a case against former Foreign Minister Hassan Mahmoud and his wife for suspicious transactions of about 7 billion taka in 65 bank accounts and illegal wealth accusation. 3 people, including a Jamaat leader, were killed in a clash over a land dispute in Ukhia, Cox's Bazar. The incident was confirmed by Ukhia's acting UNO Zarin Tasnim Tassin in the morning. The deceased were Abdullah Al-Mamun, the Khatib of Kutupalong Bazar Jame Mosque, his cousin Abdul Mannan and Shahina Begum. Among them, the deceased Mamun was a local leader of Jamaat Islami. Muhammad Ali, General Secretary of Kutupalong Bazar Committee, said that all the deceased were cousins. They died in a clash over the boundary. Government officials and employees returned to the offices on Sunday morning, the first working day after the 9-day Eid holiday. However, since it was the first day after the holiday, everyone was seen spending time exchanging Eid greetings. Many came to the office a little late. Meanwhile, all types of offices, including banks and financial institutions, have opened after the long holiday. After the end of Ramadan, the office and transaction schedules of banks have returned to their previous status. Bank transactions will be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. However, the office schedules of banks will be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Working people are still returning to the capital after the Eid holidays. Since morning, they are returning to the capital by train or bus. However, passengers have expressed their anger over the late departure of trains on the last day of the comfortable Eid journey. On Sunday, several trains including Burimari and Rangpur Express reached Kamlapur 2.5 hours later. Many were also seen leaving the capital on the last day of the holiday. The trial of the Maghura's child Assia rape case will be completed within a month. The Ministry of Law is working on this. Women and Children Affairs Advisor Sharmin S. Murshid said this on Sunday. Coming to the Secretariat on the first working day after the 9-day Eid holiday, she told News24 that the government is very cordial about the trial of this case.
অসাধারণ ঈদ কেটেছে আমি এমন একটা মন্ত্রণালয়ের দায়িত্ব নিয়েছি এখানে বাচ্চাদের সাথে কাটিয়েছি কিন্তু তোমার প্রশ্নটা
BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has left Dhaka for Singapore for medical treatment. He left for Singapore on a Biman Bangladesh Airlines flight from Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport at 8:20 a.m. on Sunday. BNP Chairperson Media Wing member Shairul Kabir Khan gave this information. It is learned that BNP Secretary General's wife Rahatara Begum will undergo medical treatment in Singapore. Army Chief General Waqaruzzaman has left for Russia and Croatia on an official visit. After a 4-day visit to Russia, he will leave for Croatia on April 10th. The Bangladesh Army gave this information in a press release on Sunday. During the visit, the Army Chief will pay courtesy calls on high-ranking military and civilian officials of Russia and Croatia and exchange views on improving bilateral cooperation in the military sector. In addition, the Army Chief will visit several military installations and armament factories. After the visit, the Army Chief will return home on April 12th. The formal charge sheets in 2 cases of the July massacre will be filed this month. Former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is accused in one of the cases. Chief Prosecutor of the International Crimes Tribunal Tajul Islam told this to reporters on Sunday. He said the investigation reports of the 3 cases have been received. They are being scrutinized. He also commented that there is a conspiracy against the tribunal. The tribunal has ordered to submit the investigation report of one of the 2 cases heard on Sunday by June 15th and the report of the other by July 6th. Tulip Siddiq, a former UK city minister and the daughter of Sheikh Hasina's sister, has been accused this time of lying in the British Parliament. She basically did this with a flat in her name in Bangladesh. The British media Daily Mail published a report on this on Saturday. According to the report, as per information about the MPs in the UK's Westminster Registry, the property was jointly owned by Tulip with a family member until June 2015. She transferred it to the following month. However, after searching the Dhaka Sub-Registry Office last week, the Daily Mail learned that Tulip still owns the flat. The Bangladeshi court will now decide who the real owner of the flat is. Before ending the bulletin, let's recap the headlines. U.S. tariff not to have much impact on exports, says finance advisor. Bangladesh reaches $3 billion milestone in remittance. ACC to seek support of all international organizations, including Interpol, to bring Sheikh Hasina back. Tulip resigned for corruption charges. Offices opened after 9 days of Eid vacation. People still returning to capital. Passengers relaxed after suffering-free journey. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News24. Please stay with us.